Yeah, it was a good match. I'm glad that everybody stayed focused. We knew going into the match today that we were going to be the heavy favorites. I think that's how we comported ourselves. That's how we finished out the matches. So overall, glad that we got back into a match rhythm because tomorrow against UNO at 7 o'clock, it's going to be a lot more intense than today.
First, you were just talking about you guys are the heavy favorites. So how do you keep the guys kind of locked in and humbled to make sure they come out here today?
Well, we were originally, supposed to play somebody else today, and Doane, was able to schedule us, and so we were already very grateful about that. So going into the match, we said we have to make sure that, we show him a lot of respect, that we stay humble, like you said. And it's really just, it doesn't really matter who you play. You got to stay focused. And I think that's what the guys did today.
Yeah, and then what is this win with, a lot of good energy and just everyone supporting each other? What does it show about your guys' team?
I think today they got ready for, it was great prep for tomorrow. I think that's what it means today. I was a little bit under the weather today, so I couldn't be as loud as I normally am. But I told the guys before the match that they just have to take my role a little bit today. And they did that for the most part. And we didn't have to be too loud today because the matches were, they were over pretty quick. So.
Yeah, and then just a couple more questions. First, like when you guys are going into this match, how do you make sure that when you're people are up 6-0 that you can kind of keep them locked in going into second sets?
Yeah, no, that's the main challenge, really. So I told the guys, keep working on your game, which is kind of the game plan for every match, though, not just against Doane. So, and they did that. As an example, Creighton at #1 singles worked on his volleys and played some certain volleys. So. I think they did a good job of that. But yeah, you're spot on. I think that's the main challenge, is just to stay engaged, because probably after a few games or so, that you're more than likely to come out on top.
Yeah, and then just one more. What was the biggest strength that you saw today, and something you want to work on for tomorrow's match as a team? What did you see?
I don't think we were tested too heavily today. Again, I was just glad that we could have this match today because we got last weekend off, and it's good for us to get back into a match rhythm. So it was just good to get our, creative juices flowing again, our match juices flowing again, and I'm glad that we didn't spend too much time out here today, and like I said, just showed a really focused performance.
First of all, congrats on your win. How did it feel to get your first win of the season this year?
It felt good.
Yeah?
Yeah, after not getting to play for a while, it felt really good to get out there and showcase what I have to offer.
Yeah, and you 6-0, 6-0. That's a pretty solid win there. How did it feel?
Can't ask for much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything was clicking today. So I just got out there, took care of business, and here I am.
Yeah. What do you feel like was the best part of your game today?
My serve really came through for me. I was able to get a lot of free points off the serve, and kind of make half of the match a little easier for me.
Yeah, and then after you go 6-0, how do you keep your mentality locked in going into that second set?
Just not think about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's working, just keep doing what's working. You know that he's gonna sit there and try to think about ways to get back in it. So you just kind of got to keep doing what you're doing, and if you adjust, then you adjust and keep going.
Yeah. And then last question, what was the atmosphere like for your first match, playing your first match with all these guys around you just supporting you?
It was electric. It was really fun. We were loud in doubles, and they were able to keep it loud in the singles, so it was fun. It was really fun.